We had a real oral tradition in our house. I knew the word griot when I was a little boy. A griot was a person in Africa who was charged with keeping the stories of the village. Everyone would tell a griot the stories, and they would remember them all so that they could tell future generations. And when they got old, they'd tell them to someone else. And they say in Africa, when a griot dies, it's like a library was burnt, man.
The griots were these brilliant African storytellers who learned for generations, the father, the son, mother, daughter, so forth, the stories of their people, their kings, their lands, etc., and so forth, in order to instruct others. They would have these huge sessions where they would sit around and pass these stories down and instruct people and so forth.
And the griot is the man who sits down there, who knows the history, who knows every single story that is important, relevant for that kingdom.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Episode 2, part 2. I'm just go ahead and get into this. We're going to roll into a clip of Hershel Walker at RNC. So enjoy this.
It hurt my soul to hear the terrible names that people call Donald. The worst one is racist. I take it as a personal insult that people would think I've had a 37-year friendship with a racist. People who think that don't know what they're talking about. Growing up in the Deep South, I've seen racism up close. I know what it is, and it isn't Donald Trump.
Welcome back. So, Hershel Walker. The Sambos are out here for real. And you out here with your legs shaking looking like a stripper on a pole. And somebody is sweeping up dollars. Because that is insane. I'm not even going against your political views. I'm upset that you chose to be used as a pawn. And since you're a football player, let's just get into a little bit of the culture as far as supporting us that the NFL has shown up until recently. We can't have the inmates running the prison 2017. Bob McNair, who also was one of the current president's biggest donors, and also told his players that they shouldn't kneel. Interesting. And I quote, "Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when someone disrespects our flag, to say, 'Get that son of a B out of here'?" You know where that's from. Also dealing with football, because one of our own chose to kneel in solidarity and unity and try and bring us together, and people didn't want to accept him. Roger Goodall. I wish I could believe you. In your current apology, I wish that it was very sincere. However, we know that it wasn't. You're afraid that it's going to affect your ticket prices. You're afraid that your players are going to hold a grudge against you. When you get to a certain age, it is hard to change. I hope you do change your ways. I hope you sit down with every one of your black players. Well, excuse me, I'm going to stop saying that. Every one of your melanated players, you get to know them, their stories, their backgrounds, and hopefully it touches you right here. Because with the mindset that you have, you're looking at them like cattle. Of course you want them to play for you. They bring in money. That's just me, though. Hershel Walker isn't one of the only ones that are doing this. If I was somebody, I wouldn't have brought Hershel Walker on. I would have brought Candace Owens on, because at least she speaks intelligently. Even though she's one of the worst Sambos. Which is another thing, we got to stop saying Uncle Tom, y'all. You need to learn who Uncle Tom was, because we've been cursing the man's name that actually looked out. Sambo. That's the proper terminology. The Hodge twins. Sambos. There's plenty more of them out there. Just for those that really don't understand the difference between an Uncle Tom and Sambo, Uncle Tom was a person who was trapped in the middle. So in his circumstance, yes, he had to listen to his slave owner, but he was also still trying to help our people. A Sambo, on the other hand, is a person that would always go around and say, "Yes, master." So if you remember the Jamie Foxx movie Django, Samuel Jackson definitely was the one that played that role to the T. So that was a Sambo. And all the individuals that we have today in 2020 that are dancing around social media for likes and for money and selling themselves and their values and their ethics, they're equivalent to a Sambo. Because what they don't understand is that there are people that are watching this that soak this in. You're supposed to educate your people, not dumb them down. So if you dumbing them down, you're a Sambo. So if you feel any type of way about anything I said, I'm perfectly fine with that. Go ahead and reach out to me. Follow me on L_Griot 88 on Twitter and IG, because I have time. We can talk about it all day. I'll tell you exactly why you're a Sambo. While y'all shucking and jiving to earn a buck and look good in front of people, maybe we should reevaluate our values and use some integrity and start looking out for us, helping to build us, helping to bring us back from the place we are right now. Joining together in unity and solidarity, if not for that, at least for the fact that the very same people that look like you aren't even being treated as humans. They're being shot down in the street. But you don't care because you're making $1, right? That's what we call sellouts. Let's get it together. Griot out.
Sit around, pass these stories down, and instruct people and so forth.
And the Griot is the man who sits down there, who knows the history, who knows every single story that is important, relevant for that kingdom.